Welcome everyone for the second time to Darlington International Raceway. This is also the final race of the inaugural NOS Racing Series. For a season that saw us race primarily in the summer in temperatures reaching 110 degrees, we have a new element, the cold, overcast skies. We don't know how these cars are really going to run with this kind of weather, but we're going to find out now. It's time to get into our race in. Alright, those of you who are unfamiliar, this is our one-lap shootout for the cars that qualified 16 on back, and we have some shockers in this one, including Tony Stewart in the 14. Unbelievable, he's in a race in. We got Roman Toretto in the 43, and last week's winner in his debut race, Mark Martin, is too fast. Some of these cars need to learn how to control the speed. This is a one-lap shootout. The winner advances on as the 16th qualifier. Man, what a nice one-lap shootout that was. Tony Stewart holding off Mark Martin at the end. Toretto with a big wreck on that one. Segment 1 on the track. Lane 1, row 1, Scott Riggs in the 10. Next to him, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8. Row 2, Morgan Shepherd. Nice qualifying effort in the 21. And your second place runner in the point standings in the 01 car, Oteen. Let's do it. We have our first caution for an El Reco. Alright, let's go back and see what happened. It's a freight train. Guillotine just pushing Junior, and he just slams him to the wall. Did not let off. I mean, that was... we're talking borderline intentional there. Oh man, let's hope Junior's okay with that, and let's see if there's going to be any bad blood going forward with that one too. That looked pretty darn intentional to me. Caution comes out for a second time for an El Reco. I mean, we don't have to see, go back to the stills here to see what happened. It's obvious. Oteen loses control. He spins out. Thankfully for him, he gets the impact on the passenger side. Riggs plows into him, cannot hit the brakes in time, and then boom, Guillotine, however, takes a huge pop on the driver's side, and then a bump from behind by Morgan Shepherd. Let's hope Oteen is okay, but you know what? I think that's going to pretty much wash away his chances at the championship. Neither driver completed the lap, therefore we are still stuck on lap 2. Scott Riggs hung up on the rail. They both fail again. Riggs qualified 4th. I don't know what's going on here. They get one more chance at this. Wow, we have never had this situation before. Scott Riggs with a clean shot to the main event. Cannot take advantage. They have 3 passes. cannot make it happen. Unbelievable. So Scott Riggs now will, even though he came in first technically in this one, he'll go to the seconds race and Shepard to the thirds. All right, segment 2 up. We got in the 18 car, Russ Wheeler next to him, and this is huge. We've got Hunyer Zwolf in the 94, second row in the 99, Carl Edwards, and next to him in the 44, Imony. The championship could come down to this segment right here. Let's do it. All right, the caution comes out. Hunyer Zwolf hung up on the rail, almost went over. That would have been huge. As it stands, Russ Wheeler back to the point. Caution has come out for the third time for an El Reco. We've seen the same story before. Imony, too much speed, coming down. Luckily, they put up that new barrier. Let's take a look at it again here in slow motion. Good thing they put that barrier up because he would have went flying. As it stands, sure that didn't tickle. And as it stands, Russ Wheeler will restart on the point. Let's do it. What a huge come from behind victory on that last lap for Russ Wheeler. He's going on to the main event. Hunyer Zwolf, first time, he hasn't made it in a while, but with this performance, he almost all but seals the deal on the inaugural championship of NOS Racing. Segment 3 on the track, this should be a good one. In the 9, we got Kasey Kahne. In the 88, Darrell Waltrip. Row 2, in the Blue Deuce, Rusty Wallace, and next to him, Kenny Irwin, the last chance to knock off Hunyer Zwolf right here in the 28 car. Let's do it. Oh. Caution has come out for our fourth El Reco. And boy, was this a big one. Not only did Waltrip get taken out, but Kahne into the back bumper of Kenny Irwin takes him out, and that will sew up the title for Hunyer Zwolf. That gets him the championship. Let's take a look at it in slow motion. Waltrip, oh, looked good. Just too much speed on the coming through on the railing. Irwin tried to sneak by him, couldn't do it. Hits him, and then here comes Kahne. Kahne just does not have time to stop. Right into the back bumper and just knocks him right over. So we're not even a lap into it. That didn't even count. Nobody crossed the start-finish line. We only have 2 cars left with 4 to go. Man, this main event could look rather thin. And caution comes out. Wallace spins. About to complete the second lap. So still, we just have 1 lap into this, 3 to go. Let's do it. Oh, caution comes out again. Rusty Wallace had this wrapped up, was going to the main event, gets hung up. We still have 1 to go. Let's do it. Wow, I think this is the craziest two-car battle we have ever had. Rusty Wallace had this thing wrapped up, but Casey Kane hangs on long enough and finally gets the pass going into the last turn. So Kane on to the final. Whew, what a season finale. All right, fourth and final segment up, and this should be a good one. The pole setter for this week, Kyle Busch on the inside, Jeff Gordon in the 24 on the outside, row 2, Matt Kenseth in the 17, and unbelievably that he had to qualify for this, Tony Stewart in the 14. Let's do it. Caution is out for, yep, you guessed it, El Oreco. This time, Jeff Gordon takes a spill, and I think Tony Stewart might have had something to do with it. Let's take a look at the replay. No, you know what? It looked like Gordon just got loose, and Stewart had nowhere else to go. He spun as well, so yeah, can't blame that one on Stewart. We got Busch, Stewart, and Kenseth all lined up, ready to go. Man, what a segment. Look at this. Look at the final lap. Stewart gets loose. I don't know if contact was made with Kyle Busch, but sends Stewart into the wall, and he backs it the rest of the way down the track to the finish line. Unbelievable. He had to race his way in, and now he's on to the main event, the very first race-in one-lap shootout guy to ever do this. Whew. I'm spent. All right, we got the race-in race to determine the final position, 17 all the way back. And as long as Mark Martin can keep his wheels on the ground and not come off the track, he will dominate this. If not, I don't know if anybody else can even make it back to the finish line. Wow, Mark Martin runs a flawless lap, and he gets the win here amongst the race-in racers. I expect big things from Mark Martin next season. What do you guys think? Comment down below, but I think he will have a tremendous season and will be in line for Rookie of the Year since this is only his second race. All right, we're moving on to the thirds now. We got on the inside Morgan Shepherd. Next to him in the 99, we got Carl Edwards. And in the 17, Matt Kenseth. Let's see if one of these guys can complete a lap. Alrighty, let's try that again. Alright, no dice on that one either. One more shot at it. Well, that's the way it goes. This is the second time this has happened in this race where we can't complete it. But as it stands, Kenseth was the furthest one amongst the field. Morgan Shepherd, and then Carl Edwards rounds him out. Let's move on next to the seconds. We got Kyle Busch in the 5, Scott Riggs in the 10, Hunyer Zwolf in the 94, and Rusty Wallace in the 2. Alright, bittersweet moment for Kyle Busch in the 5. I really thought he was the car to beat this week. Winds up 4th place though. Scott Riggs, in my opinion, he blew it this week. Perfect opportunity to get in the finals and another potential race win for him down the tubes. Can't really put your nose up in the air about 5th place, but still could have been a bigger day. But all this pales in comparison to that 94 car. Yes, he did wreck on this last lap, but Hunyer Zwolf defies the odds and becomes the very first NOS Racing champion. Crowned here today on YouTube. Unbelievable. But we still have one more race. We got, that's right, main event time. And some shockers in this one. Casey Kane, he's had just one heck of a weekend here. Qualified second in line to get a potential win. Russ Wheeler has been close several times. Will he finally break through this time? And Tony Stewart didn't even qualify. He had to be in the race in, had to win that, and then go on to segment 4, which is typically the fastest one. And here he is. Chance for his first win. Either way, we're going to get a first-time winner in the NOS Racing Series out of this. Can't wait. What a race. Wow. Oh man, that was one of the best main events we have seen this season. What a pass by Russ Wheeler on the 3rd lap, taking over Kane, and he holds on. Stewart was giving Kane a push on that last lap, but Russ Wheeler just had the block on the turn, and Russ Wheeler gets his very first win for red carpet racing, and the very first Matchbox victory as well. So congratulations goes out to that 18 team for their first win ever. And while that is cool, Russ Wheeler and the team gets their first career win, our very first NOS champion can be crowned today. Hunyer Zwolf in the 94 car. He defined the odds racing this 94, and our inaugural kickoff race for our NASCAR series back in February at Daytona. Made it to the Final 4. Really didn't think he was maybe a top 10 car coming into NOS, and look what he's done. Our very first champion. Unreal. Congratulations goes out to this team and all the other racers. We're going to have all the final results coming this week. But again, congratulations to Hunyer Zwolf. I think this has been a successful season. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about how the season went, the drivers, cars, etc., tracks. Tell me what you think we can improve on. Really interested in hearing what you guys have to think, because this has been by far the most successful venture on my YouTube channel, so I'd like to keep on building on this. So all the comments down below, much appreciated. But again, congratulations, Hunyer Zwolf, in that 94 car. You are a champion.